Probably the question that I get asked most is, how do you stay motivated? Now, motivation is a buzzword that we've made up to make people feel good about themselves in the year 2000 plus. It's like stress. Now people go, how are you going? I'm stressed. What the hell does that mean, dude? Does it mean you're tired? Does it mean you're busy? Does it mean the kids are playing up? Does it mean things just haven't gone your way today? Everybody is parents and grandparents. My father fought in Vietnam. My grandfather fought in Papua New Guinea, and my great-grandfather fought in World War I. I've never heard any one of them, when they talk about the war, go to me, oh, I was really stressed while your grandfather was away, son. Seriously, has anyone ever heard your grandparents say that? It just didn't exist then. You go, oh, we did it tough, mate, we got through. It was a battle for us, but we got through. They don't go, oh, it's really stressful, you know, that he had to go here, he didn't really want to go to this camp, but the army gave him the wrong colour green suit. It doesn't happen. Motivation is the same thing. Motivation, people go, you go to the gym and they go, oh, I'm not motivated. What there really is saying I'm a slack, lazy ass that doesn't want to get off the couch, but that doesn't sound all that palatable. It doesn't actually sound all that nice to say that to someone, does it? You're much better off going, oh, listen, I'm lacking motivation at the moment. Because they go, oh yeah, me too. Motivation is simply a choice. You have the choice to do something or not to do something. Motivation is not that phone call from the doctor saying that you've got cancer and you're going down. That's out of your control. To get off and train, or not to get off and train, people like to call it motivation. It's just a choice, and it's something that's totally within your control. Anybody who watched the show knows that I've had really good success so far with my clients, the contestants. 3 of the 4 winners have been from my team, and the other one was from Commando Steve. Now, there's no whiz-bang science, but I believe the principles that I put in place is what sets my team apart. And there's 4 main principles that I use, not only in training, but in life as well, and I believe they work. Firstly, respect is the most important rule of life. Now, whether that's respecting your body, respecting someone else's property, respecting anything, but most importantly, respect your mum. You've got to learn that as a kid. Yeah, respect your mum, else you get a whack. Still, I'm still horrified at 37 years of age going, Mum, I got this new tattoo, and Mum goes, you're disappointed, son. Can you be angry? No, you're disappointed. Still get scared. So, most important rule for life is respect. Secondly, the earliest science that we know and the earliest laws of relativity are simple. What goes up must come down. If you screw someone, they're going to screw you back. If you rip someone off, if you lie and steal, it's going to come back to get you. If my contestants take temptation and things like that to try and get an easy way around the system, sooner or later that's going to come back and bite them on the butt. Don't take temptation. You're not here to learn to gamble. You're here to learn to eat well and live your life against temptation. So rule number 1, respect. Secondly, what goes up must come down. It's almost like karma, but the only problem with karma is that you live your life in the past. If you define your life as karma, you can never beat it. Because karma's always going to come back and get you, and how can you change it? What I believe in more in science, what goes up must come down. It's just a simple law. If you're going to rip someone off, it's going to come back and get you. You'll never know when and you'll never know where, but it's coming. Thirdly, don't be tricky-dicky. That's something my dad taught me as a kid. Don't be tricky-dicky. By being tricky-dicky is when your head gets too far ahead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, this and this. And if this happens, then I'm going to get that. And you see our contestants do it all the time. They get sucked into this weird world that's not even reality. Whereas this happens, what I'm going to do is in 3 weeks' time, I'm going to make sure that they go under the yellow line, and then I'm going to kick them out because that'll make my pathway through. It doesn't work. You're living in a fantasy land doing that. You've got to live in the moment. So the same sort of thing goes. Don't ever try and be a tricky-dicky. And fourthly, the 4th most important rule is no regrets. Don't live anything with regret. If you live with regret, you think you could have done something better, you think you could have done more, again, it's the most horrible feeling. If you live a life with no regrets and go, well, today I did the best I could and I did everything I possibly could. Now, that doesn't mean being perfect. You might have had a mad drinking session. Oh, that was the best drinking session I've had today. I'm serious. As long as you don't regret that, if you go, oh, mate, it was a great day, but I'm getting back on the wagon tomorrow, please understand we're not angels at all. Mate, both Michelle and I play the game hard on both ends. We both train hard, but we'll be the ones who always get out of bed with a hangover and always train. We won't be the ones who go, oh, let's let it roll off for 2 days, I'm really seedy, I'm really sick, I'm a bit sore, we're not going to do it. We'll always be the ones who are up and back on it. That's how we keep it under control. So I think those 4 rules, if you take them into your training, into sport, relationships, work, it doesn't matter. the same rules apply. If you see yourself trying to make a decision, you're going, hang on a sec, your gut will be telling you one thing and you'll know it, and your head will be telling you something else. If you think back to those 4 rules, you can just be able to put yourself back on track for everything.